Hi. So it's been a minute, and I know a lot of people haven't been fully caught up on how my life's been these past few months. So instead of just trying to go through and maybe repeating stuff to some people or springing stuff on everybody, I just kind of go through how this year has been for me, kind of starting from the top because things got weird right off the top. So, yeah, sorry if I'm telling you stuff that you thought I should have messaged you. I apologize. I'm really bad at that. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. But I figured this would just be the easiest way to kind of get everybody on the same page, so I stop surprising people when I tell them the things that have happened. So, and since I couldn't really remember everything, I had to go through and write down everything that happened this year. And it's been kind of a weird one. So, starting in January, I had a real rough interaction with one of our customers, and I had a full-on meltdown to the point where my manager and my coworkers wanted me to take some time off. And it wasn't, we think you should. It was, no, you have to take time off. So, spent money I didn't really had. I got a room at a hotel downtown, the Little America, and yeah, I just hung out. I just spent time away, unplugged, didn't deal with work, didn't deal with anything at home. I let them know, let my parents know that I was going to be leaving, that this was happening. And yeah, last couple of days I had my girlfriend over, and that was nice, being able to spend time with her. You know, then the next month, I did something that I never thought I was going to have to do with her, and I ended our 6 year relationship. And there are a lot of days that go by that I kind of regret doing it. But it's one of those things. I kept trying to make her happy, and a lot of the time she wanted to be, but she just couldn't. And I felt like I was failing, like I was not doing a good enough job, and I was dragging around a lot of sadness, a lot of baggage that wasn't mine. And some people, told me that, oh, you'll work it out, it'll be fine. And then a couple of other people told me to just, I mean, to pull the handles, to just bail on it. And so I took their advice, and I did. And I cried every day for a month after doing that. And I haven't spoken to her since. She said she wanted to be the one to reach out to initiate communication. So I am respecting her wish in that. So yeah, I have not spoken to her. Um, I hope she's doing well. That's all that I can really hope for, because those were some of the best years of my life. I did things, I saw things, I met people that I definitely would not have if it weren't for her. So I am so very appreciative for the time that we spent, and I'm never ever going to forget it. But soon thereafter, had some more family drama. I'm not going to get into the specifics of it, but there was one night where I just took off. I told my parents I was just going to go get some food, and then I'd be right back. And then 3 hours later, I was still just driving around. I stopped in a parking lot. I took some photos. I threw them on Instagram. And a few people reached out. And it was a really bad time because, I had just broken up with, this person that I was madly in love with for 6 years. And I felt like I was going right back into something that I really didn't want to get back into. with my family, and some people reached out and really helped me through because I was sitting in a parking lot, really thinking about my life, the choices I had made, where I was going, and yeah. So we, you know, I talked it out with some people and we made a plan, and it was, yeah, I really needed that. So, you know who you are out there. I really do appreciate what you did for me. You didn't have to, but you did. And that means so fucking much to me. Yeah, so the year started off rough and, just kind of kept chugging along really rough because in March we had to move out of the townhouse that we had been living in for over a decade. And we had to. We didn't, I didn't want to, but we had to. My mother is wheelchair bound, and, it was a 3-story townhouse, and she could only ever be on the main floor. Like, we couldn't get her up the stairs. So, my dad did a lot of searching and he found a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment in Mill Creek. So we moved from Midvale to Mill Creek, and I had to get a storage unit. I had to coordinate with my friends so we could get all my stuff moved. I downsized a lot. I got rid of a bunch of stuff. Found some stuff that I didn't think I had. So that was awesome. But yeah, we got a bunch of, we moved. We did it. It was, it wasn't as easy as it should have been, just because some of the other help kind of, you know, they just had their own, they had it in their head what they were going to do, how they were helping. And to me, it wasn't, I mean, it was helpful that we had a shit ton of manpower and we got it done. But yeah, it could have been easier. Could have gone a lot easier. But we did it. And my parents are still there. This is what you see behind me. This is definitely not that apartment. If you watch the Shenanigans, you know that this is a very different background than what I had. So this is not the basement. This is not the other place. This is someplace new. So we'll get to that. Um, so yeah, I went from having some distance between my parents and myself to literally being on top of them. And I'd always been wanting to move out and get my own space, but I kept telling myself that, oh yeah, you need to get a better job, this, that, and the other, pay down more debt. Just kept putting stuff in the way of actually going out and getting a place. But that night in February, all right, I'll say it. It was AJ was one of the people who reached out to me, and we just got to talking. He was sending me apartment listings he was in Tennessee, I was here in Utah. He was sending me apartment listings. We were trying to figure it out, and that kind of got the ball rolling. And moving into that apartment, there was just no way I was going to be able to stay there long term. So yeah, I started looking for apartments, and at the same time also looking for a new job, which really kind of kicked into full swing in April. The place I was working, things had changed dramatically. I didn't want to leave because I'd grown so very close to everybody who worked there. Everybody down in the warehouse, those guys were awesome. Carrie, she was the crazy aunt that everybody needs in their life. The crazy fun aunt. Carol was a mother figure for me, especially, with everything that happened with my mom over the last couple of years. I really, really needed someone like that. Tiara, she was like the little sister that I wanted nothing but the best for, because I saw that she was smart enough to go out and get, everything that she wanted and then some. And then there was Teresa, who, over our tenure there, we grew really close. You know, we were like the best of friends. We were thick as thieves. And we were both there when we needed each other. Oh, I'm looking like a mess. I gotta get closer so you don't see. Oh, you're gonna hear that though. Whatever. You know what? This is raw. This is emotional. This is how it is. But yeah, things there at the place I was working, it's called Asset. Things had changed dramatically, for not for the better, for the worse. And yeah, I could not stay there. It was very clear there was no future for me. So I started looking real serious, real hard for a new job. You know, I applied at a few places, and yeah, you know, it was real rough. It was real rough, but I had to do this. I didn't want to leave them. You know, they did not want me to go, especially Carol. But yeah, so it sucked leaving my friends. You know, it really sucked leaving everybody. Especially not being able to see Teresa, who really at that point was my best friend. You know, not being able to see her every day, talk to her. It was going to be rough, but I had to do this. And one of the places, big shout out to Pumpkin, because I know he probably helped. You know, he greased the wheels for me for sure. But I applied for like the fourth time over at Integrated Engineering, and I interviewed in May, and I got a job there. So I am now working at Integrated Engineering. I am the receiving lead. So if you send back a product, I'm the guy who has to deal with it. So yeah, if you ever have to, could you just make sure you send back everything in the box? I mean, keep the koozie, keep the stickers, whatever. But like the parts, the hardware, all that stuff, it just makes that part of my job so much easier. It really does. But yeah, no, I'm working at Integrated Engineering. Pete and Dave are awesome. I talk to them almost every day, even though don't really need to, but they come out to the warehouse. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Everybody I work with is super cool. It's really laid back. And yeah, I'm so happy I finally got a job there. This is the fourth time I applied, the second time I actually interviewed there. But yeah, this is like the first, I mean, this is the second in-person interview and the first time they actually offered me anything. So that was, it was amazing. Um, they wanted me to start almost immediately, well, early in the month. Like they wanted me to just up and leave where I was, but I'm like, no, I have to give them at least 2 weeks. I owe them that much. Because, I mean, they had gone out of my way so much to help me over at Asset. You know, yeah. They did many things that a lot of other employers I know for a fact would not have. So I owed them at least 2 weeks. You know, help find and train a new person. You know, so yeah. But yeah, I started there towards the end of May, and then first weekend of June I had to immediately take off because my brother was getting married. He got married in Vegas in June. Like it was a proper ceremony. It wasn't one of those shotgun things. It wasn't. He didn't get married at a Denny's or a Taco Bell. He got married at the Flamingo, and it was awesome. I'm so happy I could be there. I lost a pile of weight for that. I got in shape. You know, I got new clothes. I wore a suit. I gave a killer best man speech. It was fucking awesome. I got to see my brother be happier than I've ever seen him. I got to hang out with some friends that I have not seen in a very long time. Oh, I love those guys. Alex, Dayon, John, Sayre, Spencer. He's a new addition, but hey, man, he just got married, so shout out to you, Spencer. I know you're probably never gonna see this, but congratulations, man. I'm happy for you. Um, but yeah, so I gave my best man speech while drinking from a bottle of champagne, and then we kind of hung out, and I drank another bottle of champagne, and then I grabbed one for the road, got changed into my going out clothes, and got up to my brother's room, and drank a ton of Jameson, and then I blacked out. I remember getting to the casino floor, and then I remember bits and pieces after that. Yeah, I'm not super happy about that. It's kind of scary because I can put together bits and pieces, but I don't know everything. And that's kind of scary. And, I got the room that I got because I was anticipating not being there by myself. So it was kind of, I mean, it was bittersweet. It was amazing that, again, I got to see my brother get married in front of his best friends and our parents. It was glorious. But, I was hoping to share that with somebody. And I didn't. So I think that's probably why I got just fucking... I can't remember the last time I blacked out. I know I've done it once before, but... Yeah, so... Since then, I've cut back dramatically on my drinking. And it's for the best. So, yeah, there's that. And then, July. So, I had been looking for a place, and I was figuring I was going to be getting some shitty one-bedroom or studio apartment, and it was going to be fun, but we'd still have to do, like, podcasts and stuff remotely because there was not going to be any one space for us to get together. But then Zach told me that his roommates were moving out, and that I was looking for and he knew that I was looking for a place. So he said, "Hey, would you be willing to move in with me in this townhouse?" Ironically, in Midvale, like a few blocks away from where I was living, at the beginning of the year. So I said, yeah, the numbers worked out. I can afford it, and still have a few bucks left over at the end of the month. But yeah, so in July, I got the key for this place, and as soon as his roommates were out, I started moving my stuff in, slowly but surely, like little bits here and there, but for the most part, it was stuff that I could live without. So, yeah. And then in August, that was a big month, a great month. July is really where it turned around, where it went from being rough and being a shit year to things are going great. Things have turned around. Oh, also in June, Teresa, who, I've talked about on this, and I've mentioned, offhand, if you've talked to me about some stuff, she moved back to her hometown of Houston. And while I would have loved for her to stay, it would have been a big mistake. There was nothing for her here. So she moved, and last I checked, things were going great for her. She's out there living her best life, and fuck it, that's all I ever want for my friends. I just want you guys to be living your best life, to be happy, whatever being happy looks like for you. So she's happy, and I'm glad she did it. So there's that. But yeah, July, got the key. August, so I got to see just a dear friend of mine, Tommy. I got to see him get married to his best friend, Megan, and that was awesome. I'm so happy. He invited me, like, to the reception. It was amazing. I loved it. And it was also an impromptu reunion of the old, like, Elite Rides Utah Hondas crew, because we all just kind of congregated and sat at a table. It was fucking awesome to see all the old heads again, Yeah, sorry I haven't, like, reached out to more of you since then, try and, like, put something together as far as hanging out, but, life's a little tricky right now. But it was amazing to see, Dat, Eric, Ran, Omar, even though you totally forgot who I was and didn't introduce me to your girlfriend. That was, that was rough. It was rough, but I forgive you. Because he didn't recognize me because I had shaved. I had lost a pile of weight since the last time he saw me, so... Yeah, man. Yeah. Big Daddy Dave Tran, Ran, Caleb. It was just amazing to see everybody. I miss you guys. I miss the old forum days where we would just sit and bullshit and, Those were the days. It was great seeing everybody, and it was great seeing Trent and Suzanne and catching up with them. And yeah, like it was great. I love all of you guys. I mean, it was amazing to see everybody. And yeah, I finally officially moved in. This is my office. So like it is as big as my bedroom was at the old townhouse. Like it is a big space. Like there is a couch right there, table. That is an additional bookcase. I had to go buy that thing, put it together. I mean, there is tons of room in this place, and then my bedroom is right behind us. Like it's the adjacent room, and it is comically huge. Like comically huge. It's a walk-in closet. Like I have free run of this top floor of this townhouse, and I have pretty much free run of the kitchen, and it's fucking great. Like I have my own space. Things are tight, but I wouldn't trade them for anything. You know, like if things go bad, I know I can move back in with my parents, but god damn it. Like if things go bad, I'm going to do everything I fucking can to stay here or stay on my own, to stay independent. And yeah, recently I've become kind of, I mean, this happened a couple of years ago, it happened last year, but I've just kind of grown weary with just kind of being on the sidelines as far as car stuff goes. Like I still love shooting photos and everything. It's not the shooting of the photos. It's I'm just kind of sick of shooting other people's cars, watching other people drive on the track, you know, hearing other people talk about how awesome, this drive was in this car. So I'm, you know, it's not that I don't like shooting photos. It's not that I don't like going out to the track or anything. But I just kind of want to get back into, having a fun car, doing car things, not being adjacent to car things. If you catch my drift, like I want to stop shooting photos and I want to, have a car that I can go work on, I can go drive, I can do all of that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's really where my life is at. I'm here in Midvale, vaxxed up, ready to party. At some point I'm going to have a little housewarming get together once I get this place a bit more cleaned up. Me and Zach are working on that. But yeah. So there you go. You're all caught up on my life up to this point. So there you go. I mean, if you've got anything to say, you know how to get a hold of me. You're probably seeing this on somewhere. So you can message me, So yeah, I mean, I'm sure I probably forgot something because that's just how I am. I'm real bad at a lot of things. No, I'm not. I'm also trying to be more positive, you know, not just be like, oh, I'm awful, oh, I'm dumb, whatever. I'm trying to be more positive about like myself and how I see myself and my outlook and, my view of the world and everything. So I know I probably forgot something. I didn't mean to, you know. So if I did, again, feel free to let me know. But yeah, that is my life. So you're all caught up now. So you know what's going on. So yeah, I don't know. You don't need to subscribe. You don't need to smash a like button or hit a bell or any of that shit. You don't have to share this with people. Just, watch it and be content in knowing that you're all caught up on my life. So, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I love you guys. Usually when I put something out there, you guys are right there to say something. positive reinforcement. I appreciate it. I love it. And I love you guys. I hope you're all doing good. And if not, feel free to reach out. I'm here. I'm always here to talk. Help you through however I can. And it feels weird not promoting something that I'm doing. But, the cooking thing. The bowl is too small, so that's probably going to change. It's probably going to be maybe once a month a cooking video. But that's because I don't have anything to really edit with, and I don't want to make Zach try to edit a video every week because he's got his own shit going on. So it's going to be more like articles and stuff on the website, like recipes on the website and everything. So there's that. And yeah, the nerd stuff's still happening. Nerding for Beginners is still releasing a podcast every Wednesday, streaming something every Thursday, raising money. If you're watching this on Facebook, I've got that Extra Life fundraiser. It's for a great cause. It's for raising money for Primary Children's Medical Center, trying to help out some sick kids, some kids who need some medical care. So, please donate or spread the word. That's all you got to do. I don't need you to... if you can donate, please do. If you can't, sharing is very easy to do. Just let people know that that's a thing. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Got some exciting things in store for both the Nerding for Beginners and the Bowl is Too Small. Cam, I don't really want to say too much about Cam right now, just because of where it's at. But yeah, I don't want to say something because I need to talk to Trent about stuff before I do anything rash and say something that isn't true about this thing that me and him started over a decade ago in his fucking basement. God, this thing is almost a half an hour long. Yeah, so, yeah, you've been caught up. We kind of know a little bit about the future now, too. We're all on the same page. So, yeah, thank you. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me this year. I really do. I hope in some way I've paid it back. I've been there when you needed it. And, yeah, like I said, I'm here. So if you need somebody to talk to, feel free to reach out. I can't fix problems. God knows I can't fix fucking problems. But I'm here. I'm here to help. Like, I'll listen. I'll give you all the positive reinforcement I possibly can because you're fucking awesome. Like, you deserve the best. And if you're telling yourself that you don't, then you're lying to yourself, and stop doing that shit. So, yeah. I got nothing. So, thanks for sitting through all of this if you made it this far. I appreciate it. If you just like this without watching it, shout out to you. You're not seeing this, but hey, your heart's in the right place. So, alrighty. I actually have to get running. So, thank you. I appreciate it. I love you long time. And like when I say I love you, I really do. I mean it. I have love in my heart for you guys. So, yeah, I don't know. Might do more of this sort of thing. But, yeah. Alrighty. Well, bye. Good morning, afternoon, evening, good night, whatever time it is. Bye-bye.